We're talking about finding your lane and becoming the person God's really called you to find that sweet spot, how to get in there, how to get engaged with your destiny and your purpose. In our previous couple of sessions, we've talked about identifying your governing values, and we have also talked about your passions, and those are key factors. I want to take it to the next level now and talk about identifying and listing an inventory of your talents, your skills, and your abilities. Now, this is an exercise that I am certain you've probably never taken the time to do, but I want to encourage you, get a piece of paper out, or if you work on a computer or an iPad or whatever gadget you may use, make a list of everything that you are good at. Okay, it might be bookkeeping, it might be singing, it might be playing an instrument, it might be doing crossword puzzles, it might be administration, whatever the case may be. The things that you have a natural tendency and propensity to do well. Maybe it's talking to people. Maybe it's being an encourager. And I could list all kinds of examples here. But I want you to sit down. And it's not proud. It's not arrogant. It's not conceited for you to do this. The Bible tells us that we are to really look inside and know who we are. And one of the great philosophers said one time, know thyself. You have to know what you have to offer mankind. So when we look at our values and our passions, and then we list a physical list of an inventory of our talents, our skills, and our abilities, we begin to see a picture that comes together because our values always complement and agree with our passions, and those both always agree with and complement our talents, skills, and abilities. You'll find that all those work together. You won't find conflict between those. You'll find agreement with those. And so as you evaluate your life, your values, your passions, your talents, your skills, your abilities, you will find places where these intersect. Write that word down, intersect. You will find places where your talents and your skills and your abilities intersect with and touch and meet your passions. And you'll find where those things meet and touch your values. It is at the place where these meet, I call it a place of convergence. It is at that place where you find real purpose. It's in that arena where those things all come together in this assimilation of a beautiful picture that you will find your lane. So let's recap here. You've identified your governing values. You've reminded yourself and you've listed out the things you're very passionate about that excite you when you talk about it. And you've listed out now your talents, your skills, your abilities, those things that you do well. If you'll begin to look at those things, you will find some places, multiple places, where those connect. And I would like to say to you that that's the place where you should be working. Man, if you're on a job where it's not associated with your passions, your skills, your abilities, or your governing values, you are miserable. If you are working in a business venture that is your business, but you're in an arena or an industry that doesn't even remotely touch or relate to who you are and what your passions are and what your abilities are, you're miserable, you're frustrated, and that's not where God wants you. So I'm challenging you to inventory your life in these areas, values, passions, talents, skills, abilities, and see where those things meet up. And I promise you, you're going to have some aha moments because God is wanting you to discover where He's always wanted you to be. My name is Brian Holmes, and I hope this is helpful to you. Do the exercises. Don't slough this off. Take time, be disciplined to go through this process, and you'll discover more about who God's called you to be. Thank you for being with us today. Until next time, may God richly bless you, and may you find success in everything you put your hands to do.